What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nas Reacts back with another video. Today we're reacting into death. Death does not equal good music. I know this is a very sensitive subject for people because every time a rapper dies, here comes their fans and people who just found out about the artist. R.I.P. to such a legend. R.I.P. to such a legend. Or like, and they'll throw that legend word around very like nonchalantly. I hope that's what dude is getting to in this video. Please sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road to 300 subscribers. Let's get right into it.
Music artists. They are some of the most popular talents around, with their music spreading its influence, sometimes even going worldwide in their respective genre.
Music artists definitely, I won't downplay it, because music artists definitely some of the most influential people out there, because music can really influence your mood. Music influences people's mood. Music gets people inspired to do things. So there are definitely legends in the game, and we're not gonna pretend like some of these rappers that passed wasn't legends, but some of them, a lot of them, more times than not, they're not legends yet. They didn't live out their full potential yet, but people throw out that word legend like it's nothing. So like, I feel like
trying to understand what I was trying to say. I'm bad at these kind of intros. What I'm trying to say is musicians are pretty popular. And if you're popular, you're most likely loved and respected by a large group of people. And if you're really popular, you're at the very least respected in not only your own music genre, but in this whole scale of music across every genre. Which then makes these artists superstars, even some influencing the next generation of superstars. So when one of these artists are met with their unexpected death,
like, unbiased aside, is Pop Smoke a legend in y'all eyes? Because when he first passed, people was throwing around legend like it was nothing. So that's what I'm saying. Is Pop Smoke really a legend? Let me know.
Their fans and the music community in general.
Yeah, Pop Smoke was great. I'm not gonna downplay him. He was great. When you think of drill in the United States, people putting on drill, Pop Smoke got to be one of the first, probably the first name that come to mind. But I wouldn't call him a legend yet. He just influenced drill culture, especially in New York.
And during this mourning period, we all start to look back at the artist's music and see how much love and maybe even influence this artist brought to their fans and genre. This is the part where the word legend starts to get thrown around. To each their own, music is subjective, but I think that being called a legend is getting a little too common nowadays, having the word start to lose its meaning. I'm very bad at writing these kind of intros. You read the title. You
I get what you're saying though, because like the legend, like I definitely agree. Legend is getting thrown around too often. It's kind of like the NBA and that word superstar. Dudes become an all-star, now they considered a superstar. It's the same thing.
Dying doesn't equal good music. But before I go off on this topic, no, I will not be talking about an artist's death or the way they died or them as a person. That has nothing to do with their music. May all the artists that have passed that I mentioned in this video rest in peace, and I hope the best for their families. I'm not going to be disrespecting them whatsoever. I will be disrespecting their music though. And also music is subjective. You got that? We all on the same page? Alright then. Juice WRLD music sucks. I'm just kidding. I will be talking about
like, whoa.
What is a legend?
I was like, whoa, Juice WRLD music sucks is crazy. I don't listen to him enough, but I don't know, was he a legend yet?
Well, the definition of it is an extremely famous person, especially in a particular field. Well, by that definition, anybody can be a legend, but I feel when people use the word, they use it when saying the artist is up there with some of the all-time greats.
People say
like using the word legend is like using the word GOAT, another word that gets thrown around like loose change. And terms like those are brought up the most when an artist dies, or when YoungBoy drops, because you know that artist impacted many people's lives in a positive way, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's
Happy Pride Month to all of the YoungBoy fans.
It's understandable for people to feel that way for an artist that they love. But I start to raise my eyebrows a bit when peeps start to say, yeah, they're up there with the S tiers. They're some of the best to ever do it. And I'm all like,
oh, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
I know most of these guys are pretty decent artists.
Yeah.
Hell, I would even say some of them are pretty gosh darn good. But would I bring them up with the actual GOATs? No, I wouldn't. I do not think some of these artists are good enough to be ranked as highly as they are. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing but respect for these artists. May they rest in peace. But a good chunk of them make only okay music.
Like, for example, King Von, may he rest in peace, but I'm not the biggest fan of his music.
I would say he was a great storyteller, but I wouldn't consider him a GOAT, wouldn't consider him a legend. I'd say he was good, and I'd say he was a great storyteller, overall good rapper. I feel like that shouldn't make people mad. He just wasn't a legend. Could he have possibly been a legend later? I don't know. But I'd probably say
his bangers, but I do think the majority of his music is nothing to go crazy over. No disrespect though, I definitely think he's a cool artist and would have wanted to see more from him. But I would not say he a legend. That new song fire though. And while hearing me say all these things, you probably thinking, bruh, why can't you let niggas enjoy things? If people want to call their favorite artists GOATs and legends, then why not let them have that opinion? Well, because to quote my favorite gay Twitch streamer,
you know, I realize there's just a lot of hating ass niggas in this world, and I'm one of them.
I can't let these niggas think their favorite artist is one of the best.
Nah, the real reason, you can't just, because you're devaluing the sense of the word when you say, oh, he's just a legend because he's my favorite. He's the GOAT because he's my favorite. I get it, music is subjective, but he's 9 times out of 10, a lot of times, these people only become other people's favorites because they pass.
Rest in peace.
That's why a lot of times I don't listen to rappers after they pass unless it was songs I already listened to. Like I wasn't a big Juice WRLD guy, so I didn't go back and start exploring all of his music after he passed because I wouldn't be able to view it the same. Because if you dislike a song, you can't talk about Juice like that. He's not here. So it's a double whammy.
Cut off too short. But I can't pretend that these guys' music are on the same level as Pac or Biggie's. But what am I trying to say with this dying doesn't equal good music argument? What's the point I'm trying to make? The point is I think people be too quick to call someone a GOAT of their genre when they pass, not taking into account that 90% of this person's music is mid or okay at best. It's like any artist, good or terrible, could be called a legend when they die. Like take Smoke Perp. That nigga sucks! But best believe peeps are gonna be calling him a GOAT if he were to die tomorrow. Goodness. They're gonna be saying, another legend gone.
Sad but true. People, as much as people clown Nick Cannon for his music now, if Nick Cannon passed, man was such a great rapper. Which nobody talks about Nick Cannon for his rapping ability, bro. It's kind of like Nipsey. When Nipsey was more so known for his influence in his community, but when he passed, people started talking about his rap ability, and that's how I'm like, really? We don't talk. We respect Nipsey for what he did for the community.
Soon, man, Smoke Perp was up there with the greats, man. He was also one of the best freestylers in the game. Period. Remember that time? Remember that time when he said he was a motherfucking boner? Man, that gotta be top 10 bars of all time, man.
Probably like top
we are well aware of this man's trash music. Like, I don't like bringing up sales, but look at his sales. This nigga went triple plastic. Ain't nobody listening to this man's music. But you know he will have peeps calling him a legend the day he meets God. And even though I say this, I'm not saying if an artist you don't like dies, you should comment L plus ratio plus Y be better. Too. No, don't do that. That's actually mad rude and disrespectful, and you're lame if you do something like that.
Too.
That's
like
just
when
super
X
messed
passed,
up.
It was a lot of people showing love, but it was a whole nother side trolling. And I'm like, this is very odd behavior. But I don't know if I felt that way because I was a fan of X, but it was kind of weird to see people like celebrating it. Like the ones that was celebrating it.
Just comment RIP and move on. You don't gotta say nothing more than that. And you might ask, who are my dead goats? Who do I consider a legend based on the shit I'm talking about these other people? And I feel one of the best legends to ever do it is David Bowie. I know he not a rapper, but just hear me out. David Bowie has released some of the greatest music of all time. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and Aladdin Sane are god tier albums. His hits are also goated too. Like Heroes is a top 10 song, period, just ever. And it's even crazier that his album Black Star, an album he made about his own death, was released 2 days before his actual death. An amazing album, by the way. But I don't know, combined with his death, that album hits me a lot harder. I know he ain't a rapper, but I can say more of the same things about Pac and Biggie too. I just wanted to appreciate Bowie because I might not mention him in the video again. But I think Bowie truly is a legend. Now, what if I were to switch David Bowie's music legacy with YB and the Mirrors? You think I would still be praising him like now? Absolutely not. Would I even consider him a GOAT or a legend? Hell no!
I
seen them hate when I was down. They never thought I would blow up and get them racks. Hey, that nigga, dumbass nigga, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit! In my opinion, you should only be considered a GOAT or a legend if you made good music. And this makes me move on to the two most popular rappers that have sadly been taken away from us too soon.
As of recent.
XXX and Juice WRLD. Let me start with X, cause I have a lot more to say about him. Now,
I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to X, don't say the wrong thing. Don't say the wrong thing, cause us X fans, we ready. But nah, also, I don't like what his ex-mom has been doing lately with all these like albums, dropping these unfinished albums. Like, he was an independent artist. Let the music you drop be finished at least. Like, I get it. A lot of artists do be having like music that they didn't drop, unreleased music before they passed, but there's a difference between unreleased stuff that's finished and unreleased stuff that's not finished. You see labels doing stuff like that, not like rappers' own family.
Remember back when I was in 8th grade, that was the time when X blew up with Look At Me, and holy shit, that song made me go crazy in a good way. That song is so good. I still love it to this day.
Yeah,
and in 8th grade, everybody was rapping it, and I couldn't get enough of it. With that song, it immersed me into X's music. And I loved his music instantly. I ain't never heard music as hype as his at the time. X's songs was the type of music that just makes you want to break shit. His entire SoundCloud catalog and Members Only Volume 3 was on my repeat back then. I was in love with his SoundCloud bangers. So when he switched to his more sad music, I was caught by surprise. But I was completely fine with it, because that was fine too. Yeah. Every song on 17 I had on repeat. And Love, ooh, I was singing that like I was Trippie Redd himself. Ooh, please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Yeah. Where's my contract? Where's my deal? Bro, writing this script down is making me remember how much of an X fan I used to be. Like, I remember my IG profile pic used to be in a Kotsky drawing of his mugshot. I'll put it on screen if I find it. I really was a big X fan. So when his death happened, it hit me hard. Yeah, I remember I was actually pretty hurt.
I'm not gonna lie, celebrities' deaths usually don't hit me as hard. It'll just be like, whoa, such and such really passed. And I just RP and move on. X and Kobe, those two, it's like I remember what I was doing and everything.
All the news. And since then, my love has dwindled. Not that I still don't love his music, it's just that you can't really make stuff when you're gone. Really, the only posthumous album I liked from him was Members Only 4. Saying this all out loud is getting me emotional, because I really forgot how much I loved X's music. Maybe because slowly after his death was when I started really listening to Ye's music. But yeah, I love XXXTentacion's music, and I do consider him a legend.
I do too.
Juice WRLD, on the other hand, I'ma just be upfront. I ain't the biggest fan of his music. I mean, I do like Goodbye and Good Riddance. I do think it's a good album.
Did kind of hit, because it's like, dang, another young rapper gone too soon. That's how I thought of.
With a lot of replayability, but other than that, all of his
situation, both situations could have been avoided, but this one, I'm like,
I feel like, no offense to the Juice WRLD fans and RIP Juice WRLD, but I feel like he makes middle school heartbreak music. Like I can just see a kid asking out his crush over text.
That's a little violation.
And then he goes straight to Snapchat with a Bart Simpson crying pic with all girls are the same in the background playing. That's the audience I think his music is for. And maybe you can say the same thing about X and 17, but I don't care. I like 17 a lot. And Juice WRLD just isn't for me. And I'm fine if you consider him
I do
a
like
legend.
a few of his songs like All Girls Are the Same, Lucid Dreams, Wishing Well, a few others. It's like, dang, some of those songs, it's like,
nothing wrong with considering an artist that you love a legend. Like, even though I was making fun of Smoke Perp earlier, if you like his music and think he's a legend, then fine, nigga. No, I might make fun of you about it, but don't let me stop you from liking what you like. All I'm trying to say is I don't gotta see them as a legend or a GOAT because of their unfortunate passing. May they rest in peace. But if you love their music, you can look at them as a GOAT and a legend, and I'm fine with that. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. I could end it here, but there's one more artist I have to talk about because I don't like this guy's music at all. May he rest in peace, and I wish his family well, but I just gotta get this off my chest.
Predictions. I'm thinking he didn't really talk about Pop Smoke in this video. He did mention Vaughn slightly in the beginning. He's either talking about Pop Smoke or Lil Peep here, maybe.
Emo kids, cover your ears. You're not gonna like what I gotta say.
Oh goodness.
Lil Peep's music
I knew it.
is shit. It's doo-doo. I'm sorry, man. I had to say it. It's just been itching my neck for the longest time. I have listened to too much Lil Peep.
I ain't listened to him enough.
And I can confidently say I do not like this man's music. And I tried to like it. I did, but he's clearly just not for me. It's just too emo. And it's not like I can't get into emo music. The Black Parade is pretty good. But when listening to Lil Peep, it feels like in all of his songs, it just sounds the same. Through my ears, the average Lil Peep song sounds like this.
Cobain, cocaine, swallowing these pills like lo mein. Cobain, cocaine.
I don't know, man. May he rest in peace, and he was gone too soon. And if you think he's a legend, then good for you. And I wish you the best. But he ain't for me. The song with him and X was good, though. You know that song?
Of course he gonna say
Come,
something.
let's watch the rain as it's falling down. That song is pretty good, making me feel like Marilyn Manson. And that's the only Lil Peep song I like, and that's really all I have to say about everything. I feel like my point has hopefully been understood by y'all. I know there's a lot of artists I didn't really talk about, like Amy, Mac, Nipsey, MJ, or even Pac and Biggie. They're all great, especially MJ and Biggie. And like I said for the millionth time, may all these artists rest in peace. Yep. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. In conclusion, comment your favorite artist that has passed, I guess. And eat your vegetables. Follow me on Twitter. That's all. Have a good day.
That'll be a video, man. But like I said, I do feel like the legend word being thrown around. Like, he's saying he have no problem with you calling your favorite rapper a legend. My thing is this. That's when people start overusing terms like classic album. An album will just drop, and the next day people's like, OMG, this album's a classic. And as they sit on it with time, I don't really like this album anymore. Like CLB, when CLB first came out, this album's gonna be looked at as a classic. Then all of a sudden, I don't really love that album no more. So it's like, words have meaning. So I guess I'm just big on words. So that's just me. Anyway, please show a like, comment, subscribe.